Miss Apple, hindi ko po.
Senator Alan Peter, kasi ganito rin sa akin din bilang isang media practitioner at meron akong programa Wanted sa radyo. Tama ka, meron yung tinatawag na personal knowledge, meron naman din yung lumalapit sa akin para magsumbong. I don't have personal knowledge of their experience kasi wala naman ako doon. Pero I took their word for it because pumunta sila sa akin, nagsasabi na sila ay nasaktan ni so-and-so at nagpapakita ng mga dokumento. So yun ay valid sa akin.
Yeah. Ang kaibahan, Mr. Chair, ikaw, tatawagan mo yung opisyal, tatanungin mo siya. So kung alam mo, nagsumbong ako sa iyo, Sir Tulfo, mukhang kumikita na si El Mercato, hindi niya inuupuan. Tatawagan niyo po siya. Kung mukhang guilty, didiinan niyo po siya. Pag hindi, hindi. Eto po, meron na writings of a hatchet job, which by the way, Mr. Chair, that's what I want to go to. But I will tell Miss Apple nga na hindi ko minamaliit yung experience OFW malasakit mo. I'm just putting it together with what happened sa Tribune. If you give me lang a few questions, Mr. Chair, I'll prove my point. No? Pero hindi ko minamaliit yung inyong... In fact, I thank you for coming forward kasi nakakatulong to sa mga taga-Milan. I thank you for having time for a chat group. Sinasabi ko lang, kung 5 na nabasa mo ay totoo, pagka yung 1 o 2 hindi mo sure at sinabi mo sa dyaryo, naapektuhan yung buong testimony mo. So kung may magsumbong kay Chairman Tulfo, inaapi yung 300 OFW at mukhang totoo yun, isumbong mo. Sinabi, Mr. Chairman, kinunan ng tigpa 500 yung mga OFW, totoo yun, sumbong mo. Pero sinabi, Mr. Chairman, yung DFA Secretary, inupuan. Yung migrant workers, inupuan. Si ganito, inupuan. Tapos pag tinanong ka, paano mo alam inupuan? Sinabi lang po nila. Pero sinabi naman po nung iba, hinarap sila. Nadadamage yung testimony mo. Diba? So, but let me go to Mr. Hernandez. No? Mr. Hernandez, so when you made those articles about Mr. Cato, no? Sinong kino-quote mo sa mga natin dito ngayon?
There were several po na
those are present now.
from those present, Enrico, Vanessa,
So, ang kinote mo sa kanila,
Jeffrey.
which specific ang kinote mo sa kanila? Na kumikita na siya, inuupuan niya, or what?
Wala dun sa walang kumikita. Yung inuupuan quote dun sa Alpha 400 na yung story, yung Recall Cato, meron dun
Yeah. So you came out with a series of articles
yes po.
basically condemning na Conjen Cato.
No, I was not condemning Conjen Cato.
So when you say alisin na siya dahil revamp, when you say na mukhang guilty kasama na and everything ganun, that's not condemning.
It was quoted, sir, dito sa articles. Sa Alpha 400.
Hindi naman tayo pinanganak kahapon eh. Kahit naman mag-quote ka nung iba eh. Kung 10 ang pwede ko i-quote dito at yung kinote kong isa, dapat mag-resign na si Mr. Fernandez dahil hatchet job ang Tribune. And then I published that. 'Di ba? I cannot now say that hindi tira 'yon, hindi ano 'yon. 'Di ba? Yung it's how you latag the news, paano nyo i-angle yung news. So let me clarify Ms. Fernandez. Who broke the news? Kayo or si Yusek? Kasi iba si Conjen, iba yung nasa transcript eh. Sa transcript, you interviewed him sa earthquake lang and then found out about the scam later on.
Correct.
Sa kanya, ang sinabi niya na sa interview, siya ang naglabas ng scam.
In-interview namin siya noong September 7 para pag-usapan yung tungkol sa earthquake. If you will allow it, Your Honor, meron kami dalang video dito para maipakita sana yung interview ni Conjen Cato where he also broke there. Tinanong kasi yung tungkol, may sinabi siyang 400.
No, that's all I have to know.
Yeah.
So, siya ang nag-break, hindi kayo.
Precisely, kaya finalo up namin, Your Honor.
Yeah, but
Yes.
hindi yun yung una yung testimony eh. Yung una yung testimony, yung una mong interview sa kanya tungkol lang sa earthquake. Let me finish please.
Go ahead.
Nung nilabas nyo na yung tungkol sa scam sa Milan, hindi nyo na siya mahuli.
That's
Hindi,
correct.
but that's not what happened. What happened was, in your first interview, siya ang naglabas na meron, and then off the air, sinabi niya sa iyo, ma'am, pasensya na hindi ko mabibigay yung details kasi under investigation to. Hindi ba yun ang nangyari talaga?
Your Honor, if you will allow me, we have they subpoenaed
No,
the documents.
I don't need that because you already admitted eh. ang tanong ko lang naman is, in your first interview, did he already bring up the scam or not? You already said he brought it up.
He did, but I did not interview him. It's Alan and Mr. John
Yes.
Dodson. Yes.
So he was the one who broke
He
it.
brought it, yes. He
Yes.
brought it out. That's why they came out.
Okay.
Kaya sila lumabas. Dahil nakita nila si Conjan Cato na nandun sa usapang OFW, so nakipag-contact sa amin yung mga nabiktima, and that's how we started it. And then we tried to call Conjan Cato para sagutin nga ito at i-endorse yung mga complaint. Ayaw niya magsalita. So that's the story, Your Honor.
No, that's your story.
That's the
No,
real
that-
story, Your
No,
Honor.
that's one side of the story.
No,
That's
Your
your
Honor,
story.
that's the real story.
You know, kahit magpalakasan tayo ng boses dito, it will
No,
be
no,
the...
I warn you, you don't have the right to raise your voice in this hearing. You don't have the right.
Apologies, Your Honor.
You're used to
Chair.
that kasi. Kayo ni... Can Mr. Fernandez also
No,
take the seat?
Mga resource person, wala kayong karapatan na magtaas ng boses dito. Okay? Ang pwede na magtaas ng boses siguro yung nagtatanong sa inyo, pero kayo hindi pwede. Okay?
Mr. Chairman, I will also moderate my voice so that I will be respectful. That's why I premise my question, my concern. If this was a PR demolition job, then dapat nag-react ang DFA. If this was a legitimate, dapat siya kinasuhan. And I already asked, they cleared him. So may I ask that Mr. Willie Fernandez, who was also invited, also take the seat, and if he has already taken the oath, Mr. Chair, may questions din lang ako. Ay, ma'am, pwedeng sabay na lang po.
Sige, Comsec, nag-vote na ba? Si Mr. Tapos na, Senator
Yeah.
Alan.
So let's clear the facts, ha? So, in-interview nyo si Mr. Cato at kaibigan nyo siya, correct?
That's true,
Oo.
Your Honor.
Mr. Fernandez, would you like to... Happy Valentine's?
Valentine, Your Honor.
Yeah. So, kaibigan nyo rin po si Mr. Elmer Cato?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, nung in-interview nyo, everything was well. Siya po ang nag-reveal na meron scam.
Tama ho yan.
Tama. Okay.
Teka muna po. Hindi po ako nag-interview.
Yes po. Tribune po. Yung program po ng Tribune. Okay. So, going back to Mr. Hernandez and the writers who wrote and nag-banner about him. Sa isang tao na uupuan niya yung scam, before nyo in-interview, humingi na siya ng abogado. Nung interview nyo, siya nagsabi sa inyo na may scam eh. So mukha ba yung isang tao na inuupuan yung kaso?
Your Honor,
Opo.
pinupuri ko nga po siya.
Mm.
Sabi ko po sa kanila, yung sinabi sa akin, ang galing ni Elmer Cato, kaibigan ko yan.
Yes.
Ngayon po, nung subsequent, nakita ko kasi ng mga so-called victims, no? With quotation mark. Yung interview kay Conjan Cato, naglabasan po sila. Kasi si Conjan Cato, mahal ko yan. In the same manner that, pagkakasama tayo eh. You see? I really miss the good days, Your Honor. Di ba? Naglabasan po yung mga tao. Anong gagawin po namin?
Yeah. Sige, let's
sir.
No,
At
let's
isang
go
araw
through
po-
that. Let's go through that,
Oo.
Mr. Fernandez. So, okay 'yon. So, because of what he said, naglabasan.
Opo.
So, dahil you're a legitimate news organization, you have to interview them.
Yes,
Diba?
sir.
Okay. Now, when you interview them, hindi ba dapat, kung may allegation sila against Mr. Cato, i-interviewin nyo naman siya?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ginawa po yan, sir.
No. I'll ask muna the question, sir. Ha? So, dapat in-interview siya. Di ba? Okay. Pero hindi ba nauna yung banner painting him as in the pockets of bago niya hiningan siya ng comment.
I don't think so, sir.
So,
Because nung hindi po siya makontak si Elmer Cato.
sino yung unang banner?
Di ba unang-
Sino sumulat na?
Sulat po si Alan at saka
Oh, Alan.
at saka si-
Kailan mo siya hiningan ng comment? Sorry, Mr. Chairman, I just want to shortcut to get to the bottom of it. Just to prove either of the two. To prove that this was a legitimate breaking story, that they had all the right as press, or that this was a hatchet job.
Okay, if I may interject.
hindi po pwedeng-
Excuse me, Senator Alan, ako po'y manunulat din at broadcast at the same time. Tama kayo, bago kayo gumawa ng expose, dapat tinatawagan nyo muna yung gagawin nyo na excuse me sir, excuse me. Dapat tatawagan nyo muna yung gagawin nyo na expose para doon sa pagsusulat nyo nakabalas na at doon bahala na yung readers kung sinong paniniwalaan. Ang nangyari kasi, I myself have been a victim of that several times na in-expose muna tapos saka kung mag-react, kumalat na the damage has been done. So, sa lahat ng taga-media dito, kung may mga kapanood ng mga taga-media, dapat make it a practice na before you do an expose on somebody, make sure makuha niyo yung side ng gagawin niyo na expose para masabi niya yung side niya and then sabay niyo isusulat yon. Kasi ang nangyari, expose lang sa isang tao, todo ba na sa kanya and then get the side later, which is wrong. That's a wrong practice sa pagka-media. I've been in the media, I've been a media practitioner for 25 years and I always do that. Never kung banat ako ng banat tapos saka lulusog.
Thank you for that, Mr. Chairman. And siguro, we can take judicial notice that that's part of the ethics talaga ng ating journalist, di ba? Whether sa broadcast or sa
Print.
print, that yung pagbabalanse ng story, hindi pwedeng banat muna and then humingi ka after. Dapat sabay. Secondly, how you angle the story, of course, is up to you. Press freedom yan. But it could also be used, di ba, to send the wrong message kung PR ang gagawin natin. Di ba? But that's a second point. So, Mr. Alan Hernandez, let's clarify the facts before we go to your... Mr. Fernandez, tama ho ba kayo ang editor-in-chief? O presidente? Anong posisyon niyo ho sa Tribune ngayon?
Ako po ang publisher.
Ikaw ang publisher. Sige, I'll go back to that later on.
Mm.
Mr. Hernandez, so when did you break that first story?
I broke the story on Saturday, September 23.
Okay, and that was more or less 3 weeks after Mr. Cato came out with the the expose.
But
Yeah. Answer my questions muna. That was about 3 weeks after yung interview sa kanya. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Kailan ang interview mo?
September 7.
September 7. And you were aware of the September 7 interview.
Yes, sir, because
Yeah.
I was the one who interviewed
Yeah,
him.
and you told him you're going to write about it, but you never wrote about it for 2 weeks, di ba? No, yes or no lang. I mean, madali lang to eh. Mr. Willie, personal knowledge to ni Alan, so please don't coach him.
Yes, I was never.
So after the interview, di ba, sinabihan mo si Mr. Cato na, sir, magandang storya to, susulat ko to. Di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, but you didn't write about it for 2 weeks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh. So, but you didn't think it was a legitimate story that hundreds of Filipinos were already being scammed?
Yes, I knew it was a
Yeah, so but you didn't write about it for 2 weeks. You waited na may lumabas na complainants. Then you angled the story again.
No, Your Honor, we did not wait.
So what did you do for 2 weeks?
We continued with our we continued with our.
Yeah, you never wrote about it.
I did not.
Yeah, for 2 weeks you did not. Di ba? Oh, kasi sabi niyo public service to, Tribune is sa ganito, ganyan, but you never wrote about it for 2 weeks. So when you finally finally wrote about it, the story was not the scam. The scam was, what's the first one you wrote? You're holding it up. So, go ahead, hold it up. Para lumaki yung circulation. Ano yan? Over 400 Filipinos scammed in Italy. Tapos what did it say about Conjan Cato?